The most spectacular and scenic venue in all of college football and perhaps in all of sports. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, also home to the UCLA Bruins. We have a late season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bruins will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Minnesota's offense takes the field. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese, and it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Coming after it, trying to get to it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. No matter the sport, he epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be this.
Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big... Doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
The offense starts with a short field. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
They're testing the right side here. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long first down marker just short of the goal line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
The give to the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much right.
And the pass is intercepted. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on. from the 26. Looking for a productive play on first down. Defense looks like they're coming. They go to the ground. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, looking for a man. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, UCLA.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And the Golden Gophers will hustle to the line.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. They try to pop a run on the draw. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet, and Reese.
Touchdown, Bruin! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Grab near the sticks. It's Pope. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Power football with the run.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
From the gun, running back on the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it on the outside. It's Pope.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They're going back to the ground. It's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball. This should be the last play of the quarter. Got the quick completion. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Third down play from the gun. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Bruins will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Running it back, it's Law. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse, but move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They'll run it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But we got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Hey! He strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7. Arizona State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, the ground game. Keeps the legs moving. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. The Bruins are in the hurry-up. He'll try it again. Still running at the 40. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wide out in motion. Running back searching for a hole.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Second down coming up. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Fires to the big fella. Bulldozes him. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this
touchdown, UCLA! A great catch and run for 6.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Law. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, baby.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
The Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg. The throw. He's got his man. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they wanted. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Quarterback on the keeper. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the 1st down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. They'll throw it on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Pope. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's complete. And he will score! Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the returner will be brought down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Pressure coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Golden Gophers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
He'll do it himself. The ball is out behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And when you're on defense, and it's wet, and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Dances away. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
And oftentimes running backs love draw plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed way upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be fourth down. It is good! And it's a deadlock here in the third quarter after the field goal. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse. The ball pops out. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Back to the air one more time. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, 1st down. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Trying play action. Pocket starts to... They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll run play action. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. The raindrops kept falling on his head, and he muffed it.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
Well, the kicking team obviously missed the fair catch signal. The officials did not. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Now they'll run the draw. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense set for a first down play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field, looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for a crease. It's Pope. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
He's got it in the middle. It's Grove. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to run it.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Just goes right through the... Got third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
To get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Golden Gophers are rolling down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Moving away from pressure. A strike downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Snags it. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And they did not secure the football. It bounced. It is a touchback and a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Minnesota! They move on top here in the fourth.
Number 25.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
UCLA, 27.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
A Bruins will take over.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The Bruins headed quickly to the line.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. He wants to throw it again. It's complete on the right side. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Pulls and throws off the RPO. At the 35, he's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. The give on the counter.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. The Bruins want to move quickly. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. He wants it all. Touchdown, Bruins! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive leads.
He's going for a big play downfield. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They'll throw it on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's sharp.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Line gets set, 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Off the play fake. He's going to throw deep right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Second down now after the sack. The running back has it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Getting some heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Timeout, Minnesota.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess.